Just maybe start out the C notes there and their performance of the national anthem and the Coast Guard color guard from Washington, D.C. Maybe just a quick round of applause for them. That's fantastic. Great, thank you all for being here today. And I also just want to point out we have most of our leadership for the Coast Guard Auxiliary. We've got over 35,000 strong volunteer force for the Coast Guard, and at least most of the leadership. Commodore Barone is back along that back fence, so hopefully you'll get a chance to say hi to them today. As James said, today is also the 221st anniversary of the Coast Guard. On August 4th, 1790, Congress authorized Alexander Hamilton, then the Secretary of Treasury, to build 10 cutters to protect the new nation's revenue. This revenue service had 10 vessels in total, and it was placed under control of the Treasury Department, and it really is the main pillar of today's modern Coast Guard. The other piece that helped build the Coast Guard in 1915 was the United States Life-Saving Service. They were both combined and officially started the modern era of the Coast Guard again in 1915. In addition to our everyday peacetime missions of law enforcement, safety, terrorists, and search and rescue, the Coast Guard supplements the United States Navy during times of war and conflict. The Coast Guard's been involved in every single military conflict in the United States, including the Civil War and the current battle in Iraq. The other components that came together to form the Coast Guard were the U.S. Lighthouse Service, which is actually the oldest, first commissioned in 1789, along with the Steamboat Inspection Service, the Bureau of Navigation, and the Lighthouse Service. The Coast Guard search and rescue really came into being through the Life-Saving Service, and the country's first foray into search and rescue was in 1831, when the Secretary of the Treasury directed the revenue cutter Gallatin to cruise and search the coast in search of people in distress. This was the first time that a government agency was tasked with the mission of search and rescue. Formal federal involvement in life-saving began in 1848 with the signing of the Newell Act. This was an act that established unmanned, informal life-saving stations along the coasts of New York and New Jersey. This service provided sheds with some life-saving equipment and a volunteer crew, but it also proved to be unreliable. So in 1871, the U.S. Life-Saving Service was formed, and Sumner I. Kimball was appointed by the